spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on last year's national champion, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooners offense comes onto the field first today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Going to swing it on second down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of put them out of rhythm. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. To the air on first down. He's going for it all. Makes the grab right down the middle. Finds a seam. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the option. Quick toss. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but using that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the coverage team all over it, and the punt is down inside the 40.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. The give from the gun. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. The defense has set him up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes if you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. Gonna look downfield again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to adjust the pattern. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got it on the run. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They're going to pass on the field goal. They're still looking for 6 in this situation. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Looking to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. 3 and He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Henderson. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Makes the grab. It's Henderson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now with a first and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. He's looking to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Caught in the backfield, it's Henderson. Touchdown, Auburn! A great catch and run for 6. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Texas Tech endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Lubbock, and the Red Raiders came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Wants to throw on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Rush is on him. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Sooners will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
This offense is so good, man. They can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Ready.
Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. Breaks into the open. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Back swinging for the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Aubie with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a second down. Here we go. Looking to fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Back to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
Got it, looking for the first down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner will be brought down. So here comes the Auburn offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Henderson. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Back's got it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tiger. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Washington. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Get the guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that. Dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player, David.
Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. Auburn to go back to work after getting another first down. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Makes the grab. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Tigers are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Henderson. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Pulls it in. It's Henderson. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Going up top again. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Owens. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds his man. It's Henderson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Backs looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start this drive going to the air. He lofts one down the sideline. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
Okay, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Ohio State is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shame that might have been a little closer than Buckeyes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Under fire! And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Sooners will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. On the run, it's Henderson. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. At the 20, he's got space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Working that left side now. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Snagged out of the air. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Now adjusting. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And there's no more fitting place to begin. He's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jordan-Hare.
And the Sooners will boot it away to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Looking to throw on 1st down. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Makes the grab on the big throw. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup,
it's incomplete.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
and this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense. They want to throw it. Back's got it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Auburn! And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Bringing the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here.
Here we go, sack.
Back to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Sooners had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Ellison. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Sooners need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Pressure coming. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Never a doubt. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. Trying to take it back.
And his QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success. But, man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception.
He'll throw it. Wide open downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Sooners trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3-spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Auburn offense. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. 1st and 10 for the offense. They're going to ride this running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. This offense has it with really good field position. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. The sure hands, it's Ellison. And this one will be stopped for no gain. What will they dial up on? And a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Arizona State somehow, some way, found a way there in Tempe and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just
turning it on. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Unloads it left. It's caught. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's caught. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Jordan. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Tigers. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
The the drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on second down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. No one's been able to keep him off the quarterback. Career sack number 50.
Like, honestly, in today's college football, if you get 10 sacks in a season, that's considered a really good year. You might be an All-American. To go 50 in your career, David, I mean, nobody does that.
You're just a freak. I mean, your God-given ability to get off the football so fast and to be so relentless and to be so good with your hands, that dude is crafted and made to be a pass rusher.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. To the air on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it on the right. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Here's the handoff. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Auburn doing business in the red zone. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Caught behind the line. It's Davidson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He's got it on the move. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's first. Under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. He's got him. There he goes. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. He's got it and still on his feet. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Sooners line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll start this drive going to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the catch. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun to give to the back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Sooners decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block, and the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. First play of the drive wants to throw. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. 7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. You know, 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real, for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look as advertised. This is a team with tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from this point out gets bigger and bigger and more important.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.